We'd like to invite you to watch English and Chinese news on the Essential Television channel of Đồng Nai Province. On March 20th, a Đồng Nai Provincial Party Committee Inspection Team number 112 of the Politburo and Secretariat worked with the leaders of the Provincial Party Committees of Đồng Nai, Long An, Tây Ninh, and Bình Phước provinces to announce the results of the inspection of a number of key work topics in 2025. Speaking at the conference, head of the Central Internal Affairs Commission, Phan Đình Duec, highly appreciated the efforts of the standing committees of the provincial party committees of the 4 localities. He requested the provinces to continue to do a good job of propaganda to create high consensus among the people on the reorganization of the political system, reorganization of commune-level administrative units, now organizing at the district level and merging provinces, strengthening the prevention and fight against corruption, waste, and negativity. Absolutely do not let groups' interests take advantage of the reorganization of the apparatus. The Government Office has just issued document number 2143 conveying the direction of Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà on the investment plan for the project to expand the Ho Chi Minh City Long Thanh Expressway section. Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà directed the Ministry of Construction to be responsible for the proposed plan, organize the implementation of the project, and strive to inaugurate the project on September 2, 2026. The Minister of Construction decided to apply the selection of contractors in special cases according to his authority and current regulations, and was responsible for coordinating with relevant ministries, branches, and localities to implement according to regulations to avoid negativity, waste, and group interests. The Ministry of Finance urgently synthesized the proposal of the Ministry of Construction on the capital source for the project implementation from the increased central budget revenue in 2024. The Vietnam-France Friendship Association of Đồng Nai Province and Thống Nhất Secondary School in Biên Hòa City yesterday organized the Francophone Cultural Exchange Festival 2025. At the festival, the leader of Đồng Nai Department of Ethnic Minorities and Religions emphasized that March 20th, 1970 was chosen as International Francophone Day. In the program, the organizing committee displayed and introduced some images about the Vietnam-France relationship, people-to-people exchange activities between Đồng Nai and France, and performed Vietnamese-French songs and dances. On March 20th, Deputy Head of the National Assembly Delegation Bùi Xuân Thống chaired a conference to provide comments on draft laws passed at the 9th session of the 50th National Assembly. The comments included the draft law amending and supplementing a number of articles of the law on advertising and the law amending and supplementing a number of articles of the law on technical standards and procedures. The regulations related to the law amending and supplementing a number of articles of the law on advertising that attracted the most attention and comments at the conference were those related to the law on amendments and supplements to a number of articles of the law on advertising. Delegates said that removing the regulation on the obligation to directly use the product when advertising cosmetics, health foods, and dietary supplements on social networks due to its infeasibility, difficulty in control and implementation is completely in line with reality. On March 20th, in Đồng Nai, the government delegation led by Minister of Construction Trần Hồng Minh had a working session with leaders of Đồng Nai, Bình Dương, and Tiền Giang provinces on the station of production, business, construction, investment, and import-export. Speaking
Phát
at
biểu
the
tại buổi làm
meeting,
việc, Chủ tịch
Chairman
Ủy ban
of
nhân
Đồng
dân
Nai
tỉnh Đồng Nai Võ
Provincial
Tấn Đức cho biết,
People's
với
Committee
mục tiêu tăng trưởng
set
10%
out
năm
with the
2025,
target
hiện
of
Đồng Nai đang
10%
nỗ lực
growth
tăng
in
trưởng khu vực nông lâm nghiệp
2025.
thủy sản
Đồng Nai will maintain
3,38%, công
sustainable
nghiệp xây
trade
dựng tăng
relations with the US,
11,24%,
China
dịch vụ
and major
10,36%,
partners.
thuế
In
sản phẩm
addition,
tăng
it will continue
7,57%.
to remove
Tỉnh Đồng Nai sẽ duy
obstacles
trì
in
quan hệ thương mại bền
investment
vững với Mỹ,
procedures,
Trung Quốc
land,
và các đối tác
construction,
lớn. Ngoài ra,
mobilize
tiếp tục
public
tháo gỡ vướng mắc
investment
về các thủ tục
resources,
đầu tư, đất đai xây
accelerate
dựng, huy
disbursement,
động nguồn lực đầu tư
expand the
công, đẩy
market,
nhanh giải
and
ngân,
promote
mở rộng thị
private
trường, thúc
investment.
đẩy đầu tư tư nhân.
I recommend that the government working group pay attention and allow the parallel establishment of a free trade zone in Đồng Nai province near Long Thanh International Airport and Phú An Port with an area of about 2,000 hectares. At the meeting, leaders of Tiền Giang and Bình Dương provinces also shared and reported on the contents related to the economic development situation in the localities. Striving to increase poultry revenue by over 13% compared to the same period in 2024 to supplement development investment spending. Concluding the meeting, Minister of Construction Trần Hồng Minh requested the three localities to summarize difficulties and obstacles, make clear recommendations, and send them to the Ministry of Construction for consideration and resolution. Minister Trần Hồng Minh emphasized that the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development should immediately consider responding to the content of the implementation of Mada Bridge and the road through the forest to have an implementation plan. If you want to build an underground or elevated road, you must consider it immediately. If you want to implement it, you must do it immediately. Be careful not to be afraid of difficulties and not to hesitate. March 20th is International Day of Happiness. On this occasion, we would like to introduce the story of Mrs. Hoàng Thị Hải family, a woman who is active in social activities, spreading joy and optimism to the elderly. Cheerful and bustling, that is the familiar atmosphere at Mrs. Hai's house. As the captain of the Long Binh War Arts team, Biên Hòa City, Mrs. Hai always actively encourages the elderly to participate in cultural and artistic activities. As a team leader, I mobilize talented people, then encourage those who have concerns in life to participate to ease their sadness. The precious thing is that in all her activities, Mrs. Hai always has her husband's company. Both are retired soldiers. Through love, sharing, understanding, and companionship, she and her husband not only keep the family happy, set an example for their children and grandchildren, but also spread positive things to the community. We have lived together, overcome many difficulties and hardships that bond has great meaning. Through the process of participating, I see that Mrs. Harris' family is wonderful when spreading joy to a community. Happiness is not only a destination but also present in every moment of life. It is the love and sharing that will contribute to multiplying happiness, helping happiness spread throughout the community.